Welcome back. Now to get started with the setup, we are going to go to your left side menu and we're going to go inside of S2 Member and we're going to go to the General Options link. When we get there, you're going to see several things and we're going to start with the top menu, and most of these things are going to be pretty fast and we're going to leave the default settings. For example, we're going to leave the plugin deletion safeguards. And this is actually more conservative, so you don't lose all your data. We are also going to look at the security encryption key, and what this does is it keeps your members' information secure. And what you'll need to do is you'll need to auto-generate a security key by clicking this link. And once you get this link, you are going to want to write down this information or to put it in a secure location in case anything happens to your WordPress location. And so in this particular case, if you have a password saver such as RoboForm or LastPass or OnePass, you can then take that number and put it inside there. So we're going to do that right now. Okay, assuming you have saved your key, we're going to go to the next section. Now, this is something that most marketers will probably not be dealing with, but you do want to run this by your hosting company to find out if this is something that you have to do, but in most cases you will not. Okay, the same is true for the CSS loading, and in general, you will just want to leave this the way it is. And then we can close that one up, and then we will then look at the S2 member security badge. And the S2 member security badge will allow you to put a badge on your site, kind of like looks like the one that I'm hovering over right now, that says that your site is secured by S2 member. And this is a personal choice. This is something that you don't have to do. It will not necessarily affect how you run your membership. So if this is something that you choose to do, you can certainly do that by following the instructions here. We are not going to go through that process. We want to do what is necessary to get our site up and running with JVZoo. So we're going to close that up right now. And then we are going to take a look at the email configuration. You will want to make sure that your email is specific to how you want people to see what it is that you are sending them. And so if you are branding based on your membership, you want to make sure that all this information is according to your brand. Now, the other thing that you'll want to think about is configuring the new user email. Now, this is once again something that you don't have to do, but if you have a specialized membership, you will want to consider looking at the customization by clicking yes, and then clicking this new user message so that this will determine how the message is seen once it comes to the user. We're now going to answer questions about whether or not we want open registration. Since this is a paid membership, we do not want open membership so that people can come and register anytime they want to become part of our site. So we're going to leave that as no open registration. Now, in terms of membership levels, S2 Member has some default levels in there. Level 0 is a free subscriber, but of course you can change the names of all of these subscribers to be what you want them to be. We're going to leave these categories in place as they do not affect our membership. Now, you do have a choice as to whether or not you want to force WordPress to use your labels. The default setting is going to be no, and we're going to leave it at that. Now, next is the login page and the login design. You're then going to come into the login and registration design, and you are going to see some things that you can change, but once again, none of this is really going to keep you from being able to set up your membership. Now, there are some options for you to be able to customize. In particular, you are going to be able to customize the background image where people log in. So you are going to want to place this image in your background image. If you want to change that, and all you'll need is URL for that image. You can also change your logo image, and you'll be able to do that once again by placing it in this area. Now, if you are adept at HTML and you want to change some of the background colors as well as the fonts, you can change them. However, none of those things will keep you from being able to set up your membership quickly with JVZoo. Now, in particular, one of the things that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make sure that your logo image has a title attribution. You can change that to whatever your brand is in this area. And then if you want to have a display link at the bottom back to your home page, you can do that. Otherwise, you can leave the default setting. And with that, once we're done with that, we can close up the login and registration design, and we can go to the registration profile and fields. Once again, unless you really have a need for custom fields, you're probably not going to use this in order to set up a simple membership with JVZoo. This is, again, something extra and it's a little advanced. So it's one of those things, if you're going to set up your payment processor with someone other than JVZoo, you can use this. Otherwise, we are going to leave that one alone. The login and welcome page. Now, this is where we'll want to create a page, and this is going to be the first page that people see when they log into your website, and you'll need to choose that page here in this area. Now, you probably do not have a page set up already, so what we're going to do is we're going to go and set up a page right now. And to do that, all we're going to do is we're going to right-click, and we're going to open this Pages tab in a new tab. Then what we're going to do is we're going to add in a new page. And then you'll call this page something like, Welcome to our membership area. And when you're done there, you'll click Publish. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go back here, and we'll probably need to refresh this page so that we can find it. We'll come back to the Login Welcome Page area, and then we'll make our Login Welcome Page Welcome to my membership area. These other two settings can be left as default, once again, unless you have a compelling need to do it. And we're going to close up the login welcome page. We're now going to go to the membership options page. And once again, this page is going to be one where people are going to come. And once again, this is going to be a page that people are going to be sent to where they can find out about all of the membership options that they are able to purchase. So if they hit a page that they're not supposed to be on, they'll be sent to this page where they can actually buy access to the membership. Now, we'll actually need to go and create this page just as we did the last one. So we can literally go back to the tab that we have open and click Add New. And then we can write in here Membership Options. Now, we can always come back and change the name of this page, but we do need to have one available. We're going to click Publish. And then your membership option page is available. We're going to come back to this page and we're going to refresh. And then we're going to open up the membership options tab, and then we're going to set the new page as our membership options. We're going to leave this default setting available, and then we're going to click Close. Now, in terms of the membership profile modifications, we probably won't need to do that. We don't want to give people the ability to change their default profile. We're going to use them as they are. And again, we're just going to work with the profiles in the default settings. And then we're going to go to the URL shortening preference. And a membership always produces fairly long URLs. Some of them are kind of ugly, and what will happen is S2 Member will automatically assign a link shortening service, and they use tinyURL. And of course, if you want to use a different one, you can. But tinyURL is free, and you can definitely use it inside of your membership. And once you've completed all the general options, all you need to do is click Save All Changes. And you have now completed all of the membership options. And with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video.